Hello all. Right, it's the last day on things that could come in handy if you want to get started running, and this one I would say is quite an important one. But I mean, when I started, and you go back to watch the videos when they all started, if you go all the way scroll back a couple of years or so, might be a link up there. I was on the markets, as I keep saying, and I didn't. I needed every penny I got. You know, you went to work. I was going to work for silly amounts of money just because it would buy me tea, and then I started working for a geezer, and then something went a bit sideways, and then he said you should do it on your own, and I went, I can't do it on my own, Tone. I haven't got the money to roll for 30, 60, 90 days. You know, I can go and do the work, you know, to keep putting the diesel in the vehicle, to keep putting the food on the table, to keep paying the bills with nothing coming in. I can't go more than a week. He says, you don't need to. You get a factoring company. And I went, what's that? No idea. Absolutely no idea. What a factoring company will do is they will basically take your invoices, and then these invoices will pay out 30, 60, 90 days from time. Believe that if you like. And they'll pay you out the following week. And then when the money comes in, it goes into their account, and then they take that money. They basically pay you out 85%, give or take. And then when the money goes into their account, they pay you another 12% or 12.5%. They keep 2.5% for themselves. So that's kind of their. You can call it interest if you like. They don't call it interest for some reason, but that's effectively how it works. And there's no way that we could have run and pay the drivers' wages and do what we do without the factoring company. I mean, it comes to a stage, and I will say to you guys, if you can do it without it, do. Shippers don't like factoring companies. They would rather deal with individuals. But for some of us, as people like me, not a hope. It was never going to happen, so there is a video on factoring companies. There you go. But if you do need one, I highly recommend, and I can say that confidently, Skipton's. Lovely firm of people. They're probably, particular reason I like them, I think they're the cheapest out there. The other mob we were with Castle, they were charging us 3.8. Then we looked at moving, and we looked at moving to Lloyd's, and Lloyd's kind of like 2.5, and there's a but, and then we're going to pay this, you're going to pay that, you're going to pay that. Skipton's 2.5%. Across the board, that's it. Lovely. Someone you can deal with. There are a few criteria. Now, the biggest one, and it's good. Well, firstly, you have to sell to people who are kind of limited companies who pay 30, 60, 90 days. Well, we run on the exchange. That's exactly what everybody does. So you already cleared the first hurdle straight away. The biggest problem you're going to face when getting a factoring company is for them to make it worth their while, they want you to be turning over a few quid. And as far as Skipton's, I've got the email off the guy. I said, what do you need? And he says, you need to have an existing trading business with a turnover of like over 250k a year. Now that's going to be a killer for some of you. But there are some caveats. So they will, it says here, they will look at start-up businesses. So you don't have to, so if you can come to them and say, right, this is what we plan on doing, this is our business plan, boom, 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 that's a goer. They will also consider you on merit. So it ain't a computer system. It ain't the flick of a switch where you turn around and say, well, upload that, and it's computer says yes or computer says no. If you go with them with a decent case, if you can go, say, for example, you're out there running, you might have your own end customers. You might think, but I'm really struggling to get the dough in, or you might be wanting to start up. You might be thinking, well, it's going to be me, and it's going to be another geezer, and we're all going to do like a little club together or something like that. Or if you're confident that you can turn over that kind of money, but it's big money, that. 250k a year is like, you're going to be clearing what, 5k a week? It's a lot of dough. But it's not impossible if you're confident you can do it. And also there's something else. They are accredited on the government bounce back loan scheme. I have absolutely no idea what that means. It was on the bottom of the email, and I thought, I'll just put it out there because the people that are listening to this might know better than me. Hell, I bet they all know better than me. But what I would say is, look, if you're in a position where you want to have a crack, and you're fairly confident about it, and you think, I really want to have a go at this, give them a ring. All right? That's the link to the website. They can say no. I think there is also the possibility, I don't know with some of the firms, I don't know if Skipton's does it, whereas they will take you on if you've got a lower turnover, but they want a slightly better deal. Because it's understandable, isn't it, really? If you're going to build a housing estate, you might sell the bricks for like 10 pence. because I've got no idea how much a brick costs. Let's say 50 pence. Because you're going to sell 1 million bricks. If a guy walks in and says, I want 4 bricks, you're not going to give him the same deal. But I would say if you're thinking of starting, but your biggest problem is the fact you can't go without the dough, this guy Ed, I've been speaking to him a couple of times, seems like a nice guy, give him a ring. Like I say, you could either, there'll be a link to the website, or if you follow the link on the end screen, that'll go through. He will say yes or no. Do me a favour again, say Peter Courier driver, got you on to me, because like I say, and don't get me wrong, there is money in this for me. They will pay me if you sign up with them. So take that one with a pinch of salt, but then feel free to go out and have a look, see if there's a better deal out there. And if there is, tell me about it, because I ain't seen it. So that's basically the size of things. So I've done it all week now, out to join the exchange, out to get insurance, out to buy a van, out to which fuel cards, and Skipton. So that's your lot. I am now going back to next week's videos of irreverent nonsense of me delivering to places and making complete hash of things. It's like Frank Spencer and some others do have them. But I just want to do these ones out because you get asked all the time, how do I start? How do I do this? How do I do that? And I'm going, look, there's a whole list of them. Away you go. Good luck. Take care, take money.